What is going on out there? The Gauche? Welcome to the madness. Who's ready? Who is ready out there for tonight's main event? Who's ready to rock? Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to rock? Who's ready to rock? I'm ready to rock. Come on. All right. So tonight we're going to have some fun. Just kind of mingling and jingling. See what's going on out there. So I'll have, of course, my normal wonderful zingers. And I will also have a special guest you will see in just a few moments. So don't forget, if you like what you see, hit that. Excellent. Like, subscribe, notification button. That helps the channel grow and get this whole thing growing. I also have the link tree available for all of y'all. If you're interested in growing with us in the community, we do have that in a link for you. It should be, if it's not out there already, coming your way. So that's our link tree. Come join us if you wish to donate to the cause, which helps us greatly. I am always super humbled for anything you guys do for the Gauche community. It's just wonderful. Thank you guys for all that you do. So yes, I do use the Cash App as well as PayPal for the primary sources for donation. So just an FYI for that. But on that note, we're going to have some live call-ins. We'll get you guys included on this madness train. That's midnight for those of you still awake. And for those of you that are tuning in from overseas, it's like 6 or 7 a.m. or whatever the time is over there. Thank you for tuning in. And of course, if you didn't get the chance to tune in tonight, we will have the lunch rush available for you tomorrow, or in this case later today, for us Eastern Standard Timers. So around the noonish time, we will have the lunch rush. So we'll have that for you guys that missed out. But with that said, we'll go ahead and get this thing started. And I'm going to go ahead and get this intro going, and I'll see you on the other side. Hey everybody, welcome to the Gauche. Here's my wonderful, wonderful co-host. Gina is in the house. Say hello.
Hello everybody. Long week, but I'm still running. Still out.
So, as you can see, we're a little bit, I guess, laggy, but bear with us. Again, my equipment isn't exactly top notch, but we're gonna get through it. So yes, this week has been incredibly crazy for both me and Gina. Some of you may have actually already known that we were participating in something called the Brave Conference, which is a women's ministry. It really reaches out to a lot of those that are in need, it reaches out to a whole range of different types of individuals for women. And Gina, you want to tell a little bit more about it?
So, yeah, I was in it all week preparing for all the guests. I think we got about 800 this year. Usually we do reach about 1,000 out of 10, but ever since COVID, of course, a little bit of change, but to get up to 800 just for tonight, and probably have more tomorrow. But it just really helps and reaches out to the women, to support them and to support their families, to grow and just strong for everybody. We got to actually do some of the choir. So that was fun. We haven't done that in a while. And I know my hubby enjoys that part.
Awesome. Yeah.
The singing.
We took place, and some of you may know that, I may not know. Both me and Gina have been in the choir. Obviously, you've also known that I like to karaoke. So tonight was our opening night event for Brave Conference. There was a good sized portion of individuals that showed up that are in the choir. And one thing that not many people are aware of, Gina actually knows how to sign language and ASL. So she was up there, blurring her hands of awesomeness, communicating to everybody out there the words of wisdom that we sing. I actually was kind of singing both bass and tenor this evening, so that was a lot of fun. But
there for the whole dress-up attire, because I see a few comments on there, but that was part of the look for on stage. And yes, it was. Thank you for being able to sign again. It was a little rough, but I enjoy it, and if it can help people, that's wonderful.
Yes, that's it. This is my wonderful Wonder Woman of a wife, Gina, getting up there, tearing it up with ASL and helping people out that come in and really need that. And I think that's a very underrated, or I should say it's more needed in especially deaf communities. So that's another thing too. And I'm really kind of I didn't really know too much about it until when I met Gina, and then we went out to a couple of these ASL events, and we got to meet some of these individuals that are challenged with hearing and in that disability. It really opens up your eyes when it comes to that community, how they communicate. They're
having to use your eyes a lot more.
Yeah. They're very facially, when you pronounce a vowel or a word, right? They do it so with their facial expressions. So when they're signing, they're trying to convey a message, not only just with sign language, but also your facial expressions that go with that. And that you can call it in a way emoji expression. That could be a way to say it.
I think that's part of why I talk with my hands too. I may not be signing all the time, but you see me on the camera. I'm the type that talk with my hands.
Let's go ahead and give a quick hello to the chat. I'll go ahead and run down some list here. Shock, good to see you in the house, my friend. Julie Bella, hope your puppy power is in play. Jen D, welcome. Carly, seeing you there. Amy, good to see you. Lisa Boo. Witchy, good to see you. Ginger, oh snap. I like that. Let's see who else is in the house. Dragonfly Kisses, good to see you. Carrie's in the house. Good to see you as well, my dear. Let's see. Shelley, good to see you.
I didn't get to participate Wednesday, but I did get to see a little bit of it. And thank you guys, everybody that contributed, donated, and supported, and even just on the chat line and everything. That was a blessing. So yeah, thank you guys very much.
It was actually. And yeah, I literally, when I got off that stream, I was still in shock. Literally. Thank you again. Thank you guys for everything you're doing to help out. Obviously, we appreciate any donations you guys provide, and I will probably melt on camera in front of you guys. So,
is that part of the reason for the shades?
You caught me. Yes, Gina caught me putting on my shades through the intro. Just in case I get a little emotional. It's what it is. Whatever. Yes, I get emotional from time to time. It happens for a positive reason. But yeah, so we went out in the deaf community and we actually started learning a little bit more about how they communicate, and it really is a fascinating language because it's so different. And there's one other thing too that not many people are aware of. When deaf people communicate to us, and we're not familiar with how they communicate. Like me, before I met Gina, I had no idea that this is how they communicate. For one, they will tell you straight some certain grammar, some things that you may find offensive, but really it's them telling how they communicate to you that their version of truth or their grammar. And I've noticed that. I'm like, what did he just say to me? Like, what? He did not just call me a what? Whatever the case is. But sometimes it feels like when they're insulting you, they're really actually associating you with communication, and it's not really insulting. And I'm because they're it's like, again, it's a culture difference. So you're really sitting there trying to figure out, okay, well, I guess I got to read between the lines. So you're trying to figure it all out. So yeah, being with Gina and noticing this community, it's really an eye-opener. I'll tell you that much. A number of things this wonderful loopy miracle of mine is just under her belt of things that she can tell stories about. It's pretty impressive. So thank you, Gina, for your amazing awesomeness.
I'll be honest, I thank God I wasn't in as much severe pain, and I was able to get through this week and do everything that I could to help get everything together. And actually, because I have to be there again this morning at 6 in the morning, so I gotta leave here at 5:30. So I'll probably be up all night. I'm gonna pull
insane. Insane. She took a nap before getting on, so don't everybody get on her at once. To take a good hour or so nap. She's not pulling a temp. Well, in case you're watching, temp.
I got like 10 minutes, shut I? But I'm happy to be here with you guys because I probably won't be able to be here tomorrow for the lunch hour rush. So I wanted to at least be here for Midnight Madness.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Gina, for your awesomeness. So, I mean, I kind of had a little hesitation on what to talk about tonight. And I kind of weighed in on it, prayed a little bit, and I'm thinking, women's ministry is a huge deal for a lot of women out there. I'm not afraid to talk about it. It's just that when you have a women's conference that talks about your Christianity side of things, but how to save people or how to bring people from a certain underprivileged situation, whether it's some sort of all the different A's you can think of, to being poor, being trafficking. There's all kinds of different things that these women had to go through, and when they come into this women's conference, it really, that in itself is an eye-opener, because you see these women, the daughters, it really got me to the point of, like, this happened, and you almost feel like no matter who you are, you feel like you want to take a little bit of responsibility to help these people out. So it was a huge honor to be able to participate in such a conference. So yeah, I got a little weak at the knees, and of course, one of the first things that the opening, I mean, I won't give out too much. I'm not even sure if we're allowed to talk about it, but the intro started out with a good friend of mine inquires, his daughter, who I think was about 8 years old, wore a nice white dress, got up there and sang a beautiful song. I forgot the name of that song.
You know this.
Just a Little Light of Mine, that's right. And then it was so beautiful. It was like you couldn't help but your heartstrings get tugged and then applaud. Like the whole place just erupted. For me and for Gina, it was a big spiritual feeling for us in a positive way. But, you know, even if you're not a Christian, you look at this as a way of, it's kind of like a rescue. That you're almost trying to bring light into a very dark situation for a lot of these people. And the title of this conference was titled Gold. And it really highlights who you are really, and you're not defined by what you experienced. Whether it's negative, I mean, all types of negative out there. You're not defined by that, right? So the major point here is that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel,
and gold goes through fire.
And exactly. So yeah, it was amazing. It really was. So I can't say enough about how important that is, given any child or anybody that goes through a situation like that. I mean, that's still, very troublesome. This is, of course, women focused, and that's absolutely fine because it does focus on that specific area. But I'm just kind of curious out there. Have you been into any kind of groups out there that you've been involved with that allowed you to kind of, I mean, whether it being a AA meeting or something that you felt you needed to go to that changed your life? I'm kind of curious to see what you all went through out there as far as, now when I say this, I'm specific to what changed you to a positive, whether it being a meeting or some sort of a conference, or if it was YouTube. If you came into YouTube and that was your way of being uplifted, really it's therapeutic in many different levels. So I'm curious to see what y'all think. So what I'm going to do now, I do want to at least point out that some topics could be sensitive, so I may redirect when we do these live call-ins. So don't, whenever that happens, don't take it personal. Like, for example, YouTube is very sensitive to certain words and topics that they don't wish for us content creators to really discuss. So when I come in and give the nod, saying, yeah, we got to redirect, you'll understand why. So just putting that out there. But I do believe that this definitely weighed on my heart to talk about. So what do you guys think? You want to come on in and have a chat? And it's not just going to be about, just one thing here too. So we're going to have multiple topics to talk about. And of course, we may even talk about things that would, from trivia, that we'll have some fun there. We'll also have some zingers here and there too. So it's going to be a nice little mix tonight. So, all right. Let me go ahead and get this link started up. Again, don't forget to check out that link tree. Has all of our community information, donation information. We really appreciate anything you guys do, of course. There is link copied. And there it is in the chat. So if you guys want to join it, come on in. The waters are warm. Well, 72 degrees in this room anyway.
Weather getting cooler yet?
Ah, here comes somebody. Lisa's in the house. What up, Lisa? Good to see
up,
you.
Doc?
Our happy bunny. Our hoppity happity bunny. Good to see you. I see you're muted there, Miss Lisa. Miss Bunny.
Sorry, I was muting my YouTube and switching over to my Zoom. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see. So we got our happy bunny in. Hopping in.
Hopping in.
There she is.
There I am.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good. I played hooky a couple times this week and took some much needed me time today and like on Wednesday this week. So it was very nice, actually.
Good. I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We all kind of need that from time to time, that's for sure.
Yeah, self-preservation, sometimes is needed.
That was
Amen to
helpful
that.
since I couldn't be there Wednesday too. That just worked out perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Another mod.
He was
Oh,
off
you're
the hook
welcome.
busy. Thank you.
Yeah, I was a busy bunny that day, so sorry.
So we got to talking about, the deaf community, and of course, we talked about the women's ministry of things. Is there anything that comes to mind for you that you feel that may have helped you through some scenarios out there that you can say that's a positive result?
Well, I mean, I told my story before,
Right.
about I'm a cancer survivor, and during that time in my life, I was struggling with faith, and I put in the chat that nature was what did it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this experience when I lived in Kauai, and I was in a very beautiful property where it was part of a vortex. You guys talked about vortexes.
Oh, yeah,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, and I was feeling really down, and I felt very alone, and and I felt like somebody was there with me, and they told me that they never left me, and so that was kind of like my turning point for myself. I grew up in a church. I grew up in a Lutheran faith, and so now I'm more spiritual than anything, but I still do believe that Jesus is my personal Lord and Savior, and but yeah, I mean, religion is I think it's a sensitive topic for some people, because I know there's a lot of people out there who struggle with faith and things like that. So, I like that you and Gina are always so open and honest and willing to, share that with everybody in the community.
Absolutely.
So,
And
yeah.
just a little note, too, for everybody, too. I mean, it's not... if you felt like you've been rescued in a certain way and it wasn't Christian related, you could say, if you've been saved by a tree, that's fine by me. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. So, like I said, this is kind of more of an open discussion too. But yes, me and Gina, of course, are very open about, of course, if you had any questions or anybody had any questions about how our faith, about our faith or whatever, that's fine too. But yeah, so it's kind of more like to see how, people come through, I mean, not necessarily have to tell their entire life story again, but more like what was the turning point that really kind of got you to out of the fire, if you will, and back into at least dealing with a more positive approach to life and circumstances and whatnot. So that's what we're kind of talking
Absolutely.
about. I see Dragonfly Kisses came into the room. How are you? Can you hear me, dear?
Hello. Yes.
Hey, all right. Welcome to the Midnight Madness. And thank you for staying awake enough to join us.
Yeah, good to see you.
How are you doing?
You all too. I'm doing good. How are you?
Fantastic. So what are your thoughts? Like, what have you been in the, like, what was your turning point? Did you have a turning point that may have brought you into a, a better situation that you can think of?
Well, mine was, I had a lot to do with nature as well. Being around animals, being out there and connecting with what's around me in the quiet time. Also being by the water was very healing as well. To me, because I had gone through therapy and I was finding a lot of it, I don't know, how can I explain? I don't know, I didn't feel I got as much out of it. Not that it didn't help at all, but I felt I got more from being, walking in nature, from spending time with horses or my cats or spending even time gardening as well. That was another thing I loved.
That's therapeutic, yeah.
And also going out and sit by the water and just taking it in with my surroundings. I found a lot more in that quietness, that time to reflect, think, it's not that I didn't need someone else at times maybe to communicate with, but I'm more an introvert, so I'm better maybe one-on-one with people, a couple people. I'm not good in big groups. But I'm a lot better. I found a lot of my refreshing time and the time that I need to replenish and energize time alone,
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
I see
I
you
love
pretty
seeing
good
that.
on a few of these chat rooms and channels and stuff. You're pretty involved that way.
Well, yeah.
Bigger
but
groups.
I don't have to be with the face to face.
Right.
It's a lot more comfortable, And not that I don't love a lot of these people here, because I do. It's just there are times where it's like I'll be out and it's like I got to have a home or I got to go in nature. I got to get away. I got to get away. This is too much. It gets. I have problems with sensory, so
Right.
I get overwhelmed really easily. It's good. Not that I'm not saying, that being around people isn't a good thing too, but for me, I find more, not being around a huge crowd, not being around a lot of people.
Yeah. And then there's the reverse. Some people,
Man.
they want to know how to keep up with a chat room, but they'll be in an auditorium with 10,000 people and
Oh, gosh.
completely fine,
Oh,
And-
no.
Or like, who's the one that's has to be on stage, and who's the one doing the cameras behind? That they all have their gifts and they all have their ways and connections with people. So I think that's
Yeah. So I already have, you guys are already unloading, and I'm trying not to get too emotional. This is pretty cool. Some mentions coming out. Excellent! All right, you all deserve this one. Shock. PayPal, thank you, buddy. Wendy, thank you so much for yours as well in PayPal. There are 2 more in Cash App. You guys are fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. Dragonfly kisses.
Aw.
Wow. Thank you. And shock again. My God, you guys. Okay, I'm glad I got my sunglasses on. Man, it's awesome. You can't imagine how humble I am right now. So it's entirely possible. I'm not gonna lie.
Wrong with that, you know.
Of course.
Man. Like I get a little bit cherry on my cheeks. It happens. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate everything you do. Wow. Oh wow.
Love and support you guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
It's getting emotional.
As you were saying.
So, yeah, take over, Bunny.
Yeah, please.
Me? Like what? I mean,
For just maybe a moment.
I don't know.
Well, someone was saying something.
So,
I was
what
going to
was my
say
joke?
for the production, we even used a Broadway song. "You Will Be Found," I think was the name of the title.
Yep.
So
That was our
I
second
thought that was
song.
pretty awesome too. That's one of the cool things, you know.
That was a powerful song. Yep.
Something that different people can connect with that way too. And
Oh wow.
I don't know if you guys. It was. I remember it was sung on America's Got Talent. I think they performed it on there one year. The "You Will Be Found" song. I don't know if you guys recognize that, or of course we can't play it. So, but if you look it up, that's one of the songs that we got to sing.
Oh, cool. I'll
Yeah.
have to check it out.
So Lisa Hoppity Hops, you said you had a joke?
Yes. Oh, well, I was going to say, you said to take over, and so I had my silly joke that I posted the other day that is, what's black, white, and red, as in the color, all over?
Hmm.
A blushing zebra.
Ah. That is so fitting, right? Because I look like a
You know, no, you don't
Yeah.
look like a zebra.
Oh, his tie that he
No.
has on today.
No, in a positive way. I'm like, you know, it had colors. I'm like, oh wow, so fitting. It's
Yeah.
I like those shades. You wear them well.
Thank you. Aw.
And I love that necklace. Are those wings?
Yeah. It was
Oh, it's so pretty.
angel wings. And then I don't know if you could.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
on here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very pretty. And your
Thank
beanie,
you.
oh, you're not your beanie, but your beret is really
Yeah.
cute
Hooray. Yeah.
Thank you.
too.
Agreed.
She's too cute.
Thank you guys.
You're a lucky couple.
Aw.
Oh, yes.
Lucky couple.
Yeah. Can't help but love that girl. So Shock's got
She's
Pretty
definitely a light.
Aw.
She
thank you.
is.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of singers, why not throw up at least? Huh?
Bring it on.
Yeah, Shock's already putting the crickets out there.
He's waiting for those crickets to just punch in there. All right. So what is the devil's favorite handwriting style? Easy giveaway.
I don't know.
Dead Scrolls?
Cursive.
That was good.
It's
Cursive.
cursive.
I'm figuring that one out, yeah.
Get it? Where do bad rainbows go? A prism. It's just a light sentence.
Oh,
Ah. I like that one.
That's cute.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh
well.
god, a prism. Oh my goodness. It's like Dark Side of the Moon, right? No.
You
There we go.
gotta brighten it up a bit, I suppose. Oh my gosh. So, Shelly, get some nerve. You got it. Come on in here.
Yeah.
Got that nerve. We'll welcome you with warm arms. It's all good.
Everybody supporting.
I do have the link in case everybody's wondering. The Zoom link for coming in for live calls is at the top of the chat. It's pinned. You should be able to see it. I believe it's kind of highlighted in blue. And you'll see my yellowish, or I think it's kind of my name highlighted in yellow at the top. Just click that link. It should open up the Zoom application for you. I think it allows you also to do the browser if you don't have the app. So, well.
Wait. Come on, you could do it, Shelly.
Shelly's so nervous. She's like, no, I don't know. I don't know. I know, some of us get shy. Shelly. But yeah.
We're all cheering.
You got it, Shelly. Come on in here. Maybe another time.
The water's fine.
The water's fine.
The water's fine.
But anyways, the doors are open for anybody that wants to come in. Shall we get started on a little bit of trivia and see where it goes from there?
Yes.
Sure.
Why not? All right. Get it started. Let's go. I'll just go ahead and pick one. And we'll just go ahead and start with, let's say, TV trivia.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
TV trivia. We're gonna start doing some TV trivia.
I thought you said teen beat trivia.
Teen Beat, like the magazine?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. I mean, there's so many magazines.
Haven't seen a Teen
days.
Beat magazine since the 80s. Oh my goodness.
Has it really been that long? Oh my god.
For me, it has. So.
I actually remember reading a few magazines back in the day, but that was one of them next to some of the... I mean, we didn't have these computers connecting to YouTube in the 80s. Or even early 90s for that matter. Very interesting that the transition, or where we came from to where we are today is like quite impressive. All right, so I'll go ahead and start off with the first question. I'll let you all think about it. I'm going to type it in chat too, so you can choose it from the poll. But the question is, what did Samantha confess to Darren in the pilot episode of Bewitched? Very first episode of Bewitched, and this is not the new one. This is the original.
I don't have a clue on that one.
I have no idea.
All I remember is the dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
And the nose wiggle, whatever.
Yeah.
Who doesn't remember the nose wiggle, right?
I never really watched the show.
Samantha was the daughter, correct?
I believe so, because the mother would come in from time to time as part of that comedy, right? So.
Well, it was mostly about the mother, but I think Samantha was the daughter. I don't know. I mean, gosh, Bewitched. I think. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So the daughter was in the picture on the very first episode, or did seasons later? I don't even know that.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys in Zoom.
Or Tabitha was the daughter. There we go.
What was the question?
Right? What was the question again?
Well, what's the first answer?
I picked option
Oh,
one.
like everything
because
disappeared on me. Wow.
I can't see option one either.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just stop the share for a moment because it threw a huge fit on my system.
Oh no.
That's okay.
That's pretty.
There it is. So the options are, I'll just read them off. So, and the question again was, what did Samantha confess to Darren rather, in the pilot episode of Bewitched? Was it A, she was a witch? B, she was possessed by a demon? She cheated on him with a warlock, which was C? Or last but not least, D, she was pregnant. I think this one's kind of easy.
I'm gonna guess she was a witch.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
the
that's
same
what Shelly
thing.
mentioned for the collection.
Thinking the same thing. Let me see if I can get this thing working.
Well, if that is the answer, we
There
would
we
be
go.
right whether we had seen it or didn't see it. First selection.
There we go, right?
Got it. Okay, we got the screen back up now. You guys are delayed for you guys on the chat, so let me see if once again I can get you guys to see this in Zoom. Do 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 do. All right, how about now? Can you
There
see
we go.
the?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yay! Fixed it. All right, so there it is. The questions in front of us. What did Samantha confess to Darwin? So everybody says it's a witch. She was a witch. That was confessed, and I'm going to go ahead and choose the other ones just to see what happens. Of course, being pregnant is not one of the answers. Cheating on him with a warlock did not. Nor was being possessed by a demon. Okay. She was a witch. Woo! In the very first episode.
Yay!
Bewitched, Samantha confesses to Darren that she is a witch. Oh. Ooh. All right, so... Sorry, go ahead. Did someone say something?
No.
Okay.
No.
Next one, I'm going to go with Brady Bunch. What was the name of the 1981 Brady Bunch spin-off series?
I'm gonna say the Brady Band. I'm just guessing on this because I don't. I know what they are, but I've not seen these.
Well,
Oh, really?
the Brady Band makes me think of like the Partridge Family.
Maybe
It does,
You remember that show? Like, come on, world, there's a song we're singing. Come on, get happy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Honestly, Brady.
I'm gonna guess. I don't know. 1981.
I'm gonna go with the Brady Band.
I'm gonna. I don't think it would be the Brady Brats. The Brady Bus also makes me think of Partridge Family. But didn't they? They did have a band, so I'm gonna guess the Brady Band too. Because I don't
Brady
think
Band?
they did Brady Brides. Yeah, I'm gonna guess Brady Band too.
Brady Band.
Pretty
We got
sure
some
we're
people
safe
saying
with
Brady
not
Band.
doing the Brady Brides.
The Brady Brides.
All right, so I'll go ahead and start choosing some here. We'll start with one that looks like the least. We'll say Brady Brats, which is incorrect. Brady Bus, also incorrect.
The Brady
Brady-
Bats would have worked for this generation because don't they have the Brat
Brady
dolls?
Brats would have worked. Yeah, yeah, so true. The Brady Brides is actually correct.
Are you kidding?
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow. Would
I did
not
not
have
know
seen
that.
that one.
Yeah, 1981 spin-off series called The Brady Brides started with the oldest daughters, Marcia and Jan, meeting the men of their dreams, falling in love and getting married in a joint ceremony held in their parents' backyard.
Oh, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha.
Oh, classic. Let's see. Go with a different title this time, shall we? Shall we go celebrity?
Sure. Why not?
Jen D had it.
Jen D had it?
Yeah,
Oh, you know what? I
it
think
was-
I remember
the
her
girls
answering it
got
a while
married
back.
on the
Yeah.
same day.
Go Jen D.
Hey, Jen
Nice.
D, yeah.
Let's see.
making me pee. Totally guessed, but got it right.
Right. Oh, this might be pretty interesting. I feel like we almost like asked all of these.
We've done the Harrison Ford one before.
Yeah.
I know that. And we did the cell phone one before.
We haven't done. Have we done the which of the following celebrities is left-handed?
Did we
I
do
have
that
no
one?
idea. Sure. I mean, I have no idea, but it doesn't look like one I've seen.
You know, I think obviously when you have an answer that says all of these.
All of these, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, that's like kind of
I mean, come
like
on,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally a given. All right, I'll do this one right here with the power couple question. What Hollywood power couple announced they were separating on January 7, 2005? I can take a good solid guess on this one, but I'm just curious. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Well,
Is it Brad and Jenner?
I think it's Brad and Jennifer or Tom and Nicole.
Yeah, those are the two I'm going between two, but I'm going to stick with Brad and Jennifer.
That's kind of what I'm
Brad and
thinking
Jennifer,
too.
huh?
Yeah, I think Brad and Jennifer.
Let me hold on. Yeah, Brad and Jennifer.
Pretty solid on that.
Yeah.
How about you in the chat? What y'all think?
How long has Nicole been with country singer now?
Oh, long time. Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they did separate somewhere like close to that time. But I'm thinking, you know, I think around 2005 is when the Mr. and Mrs. Smith movie came out.
Yeah.
So I think it's Brad and Jen.
Right.
Because I believe John Travolta and Kelly Preston are still together. And I'm not sure about Tim and Susan. But
Yeah,
I really think
that would be the first knockout.
See, that's what I was thinking too. 'Cause honestly, I was torn between Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, but I think they actually broke things off earlier than that.
I think so too, because I think that shortly after that, because I think like in 2007, Tom was with Katie Holmes, and they were having like their baby Siri.
Yeah.
And then also he also had the relationship with Penelope Cruz before he had the relationship with Katie Holmes. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's still go ahead and
I don't
choose
know.
some of these that we know that are probably wrong and see if they prove us wrong. What do you say?
Sure.
Right. So I'll go ahead and start with Travolta and Preston. Yep, that one's wrong. How about Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon? That's a hard no. It looks like so far Tom and Nicole is 50% of you guys are saying it's Tom and Nicole. So, all right. Let's see if you all prove us wrong here. We're going to choose Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston and see what it says.
Yay!
It is correct. Har, 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 har. Brad Pitt and
Yay.
Jennifer Aniston formally announced their separation after almost 5 years of marriage. In the press release, they stated, this decision is the result of much thoughtful consideration. We've happily remained committed and caring friends with great love and admiration for one another. It was the first marriage for both.
And the chat is saying that Kelly Preston, yeah, she did pass away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she passed away shortly after the son Jet. Didn't Jet pass away too, like their son?
I think
I thought he.
I've heard something
had
about that. I don't know if it was passed away, maybe it
medical
was.
issues early on
Yeah.
or something, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I remember seeing something about that with Jet. Let's try.
Yeah. They did this joke though, not about John Travolta and Kelly Preston, but they did this joke with Tom Cruise. Like they asked Tom Cruise if him and Penelope got married, would she then call herself Penelope Cruz? Because like her last, his, you know, he's Cruise, like a sea cruise, and then she's like Cruz, like Santa Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
That'd
Oh.
be different. Cruise.
so
All right. Well, we can move on to the next category if you would like. Put
My
it
cousin
into
ended up with a name Rose in both her first and last name.
Rose.
Rose.
Yeah, it's the last name's a little bit longer, but yeah, it's like Taylor Rose or something like that. And then, yeah, so he ended up marrying and becoming a Rose.
Oh, that's fascinating.
That's
Do you
not
go
a bad.
by Miss Rose or just Rose? Or Mrs. Rose?
Or you could be like Rosie Rose, you know.
There we go.
Mhm.
That works.
Yeah, Rosy Cheeks.
Rosy Cheeks.
Rosie Cheeks.
Oh, man. Guys are killing me. Killing me softly. Let's do a music trivia. Let's see what we can get. All right. Oh, actually, this might be an interesting one. I like some jazz out there, some jazz musicians, some fans of jazz. Go and punch this up in our chat. Get the poll ready to go. We'll go ahead and mention the question and see what you guys think, and then I'll post the answers. The question is, which jazz musician was known for playing a bent trumpet?
Oh.
Do, 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 do.
I don't know enough. I like it sometimes.
Miles
Can't name it.
Davis.
I can't see anything.
Interesting you said Miles Davis, because it is one of the answers that is on the multiple choice.
Oh, nice.
I think it's Miles Davis. Because he got really psychedelic with his jazz.
So the choices are Louis Armstrong, Chet Baker, Dizzy Gillespie, or Miles Davis. And I will share my screen for you again, so you can see.
Which musician was known for playing a bent trumpet?
Is
No idea.
no idea.
That's not one of them that I can pick from. No.
All right.
I'm just
So-
going to pick any. I'm going to take okay, obviously I'm just not. I didn't mean. I was going to try Chet Baker, but I accidentally clicked on Dizzy Gillespie.
Gillespie.
Gillespie. Well, chat seems to think that Dizzy Gillespie is the
Go on,
primary
Dizzy.
answer. Tied for second is Miles Davis and Louis Armstrong. We got a big old goose egg for Chet Baker.
Well, maybe I'll get it because that's who I accidentally clicked on.
All right, here we go. Chet Baker. Oh, nope, not Chet Baker.
All right, come on, Dizzy.
All right, Dizzy's up next. Here we go. It is correct.
Going to
Gillespie
Oh.
is the
And I
winning
did
answer.
that one by mistake.
AJ, you did it just by
Yeah.
clicking C.
Picking C, yeah.
Right. You see, sometimes C is the answer.
There we go.
Can't you see?
I see. I see.
On January 6, 1953, Gillespie threw a party for his wife Lorraine at Snooki's, a club in Manhattan, where his trumpet's bell got bent upward in an accident. He liked the sound so much that he had a special trumpet made with a 45-degree raised bell, which became his trademark. Fascinating. Did not know that. Sometimes our bells do get bent from time to time, don't they?
Sometimes they get rung too, you know.
Right?
Ring my bell.
So true. Can speak from experience. Saying. Oh, this is a good one. Let's try this one. What was the first rock and roll song to hit the #1 spot on the charts? Now, this is the first time that the charts were actually, I should say, rock and roll itself hit #1.
Around the clock.
Oh, we did this one.
Did
We did do this one. Yeah, it's Rock Around the Clock.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Good job. Good job. Good job, peoples.
Oops.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, no, we did do that one. We did do that one because, yeah.
He's looking for another one now.
And searching for another. Deadpool. No, not yet. Oh, here we go. Some may remember this, some not. This is kind of an older one. Here we go. In Gone with the Wind. What gift does Rhett bring back from New Orleans for Mammy? Is it a scarf, a hat, pralines, or a petticoat?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, this one.
Gosh, I haven't watched that in so long. Well, I don't think he would bring her a petticoat. I mean, because Rhett, it was his mammy, right?
Or praline.
I'm thinking prayer lines or a hat.
I'm gonna go with hat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with hat. I haven't seen the whole movie all the way.
Some of us actually had to watch that for in school. I guess if you're in like the drama department, for example.
Or I missed that day or that week.
Well, that was the first movie with a swear word, you know. Like, that was so controversial, you know. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn, you know.
Oh, well, I remember that question, but I'm trying to remember what the answer was. It was, it wasn't what we thought it was. Or at least I didn't. Because you had the monsters and you had, and then there was another show. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, you lost me there.
Yep, I'm lost. See, that's what happens. Remember that river we went on this boat, and then, you know, we went there, and then we came back. You remember that?
Ooh, I like the next question, but I like the question below it too.
Oh, the 007. I was looking at that one too.
Yeah,
that might be the one after.
So we'll go to that one next.
See, I kind of figured this was. Petticoat was actually the correct answer.
Oh.
So
really?
A lesson in movie trivia. Although Scarlett insists she doesn't deserve it, Rhett brings Mammy a red petticoat from New Orleans. Mammy's a smart old soul, he says, and one of the few people who respects, or whose respect I'd like to have. Okay.
Okay.
Julie said petticoat, a red one.
He likes her red petticoat.
Sometimes
it's a little bit risque, red petticoat.
Can we do that 007 one?
Of course we can. Why not? Where did I? Of course, it goes right over. There we go. So let's do it. In which movie did 007 first utter the iconic phrase "Bond"? James Bond. Dr. No, Goldfinger, You Only Live Twice, or From Russia with Love?
Goldfinger. I guess. Just look like
Bringing up the poll right now. Again, in which movie did 007 first utter the iconic phrase Bond? James Bond. Dr. No. Goldfinger. You Only Live Twice. Or From Russia with Love.
All of them are great.
Right?
Which one was it?
B.
Have a good one, Carrie. Thank you for tuning in to our crazy trivia night.
Thanks, Gary.
Good night.
Night, Carrie.
All right, it is posted, so there you go, chat. Which 007 do you think it is? Which movie?
I'm gonna go with Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
Right, they always the classic song, the intro songs, and
Oh, always.
right, always. Like, how many of us actually got the discography? You know, the music to each one of these movies. Kind of curious.
I don't have the discography, but I love, like, you know, like, I think my favorite James Bond theme was Duran Duran, View to a Kill.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, because I just love Duran Duran, so.
Yeah, if you're a music artist, you
I mean-
want to have the contract for whatever.
Oh, heck
007
yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, 'cause
if
you know
you're
it's gonna
hungry
be a
like the wolf, sometimes you
blockbuster.
gotta go after
Yeah.
that contract.
For 2 years.
Yeah, but, you know, there's, like, the View to a Kill was great, and For Your Eyes Only was a great song as well, too. So,
Agreed.
yeah.
All right, so I'll go ahead and click on some things. Let's try Dr. No. We'll start there. Goldfinger seems to be...
don't start there.
No?
Doctor said no.
Doctor said no?
That's right. The doctor says no.
How come I seen that coming? I'm like, wait a minute, let's get punched in the face with a joke.
Maybe start at the very end one.
From Russia
From
with
Russia
Love?
with Love.
Why not?
All right, all right. And that is a noob. All right.
That's much.
So let's try You Only Live Twice, since Dr. No said no. Well, I ain't living
You
twice
don't
on
know.
this one.
So you don't only live twice. There we go.
2 X's. Sorry. Dr. No? It is
Oh,
Dr.
wow.
No.
What?
No,
Dr.
no
No.
way.
No.
That's the first James Bond movie. Of course it's going to be that one.
Of course, right? Of course. Following the release of Dr. No, the quote, Bond, James Bond, became a catchphrase that entered the lexicon of Western popular culture. In 2001, it was voted as the best-loved one-liner in cinema by British cinema goers. So there you have it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think because Austin Powers emphasized Goldfinger too, that stuck
Yeah,
out in my
probably
head.
why it
Like, was
went in my
that the
head.
first time it was mentioned? Because he emphasizes that in remake. So
Yeah.
True. True.
I always love when he's playing the card game with number 2 and he's like, allow me to introduce myself.
Yeah.
My name is Richie Cunningham and this is my wife, Oprah. It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, Shock, thank you again. Oh my, here we go. I gotta change the screen, y'all. Hold on a second. It's happening
Another
again.
one.
It's happening. I'm getting shocked.
he just keeps shocking.
Excellent!
Thank you, Shock.
Electrified.
Thank you again. Another Cash App. Man. You guys are fantastic. All of you. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Bottom of our hearts. Thank you for that. It is going to help wonders more than you guys realize. Really, it's
Yes,
very helpful.
keep the
So thank
community
you.
going and growing. It makes a difference. Couldn't do this without you guys.
Yeah. So,
Good night, Julie.
Julie, you have a great night. I know there's a
Night, Jolie.
Big day for a lot of us
Yeah.
tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and start closing up shop here too. But I just want to kind of go through the go around, if you will, and see what everybody has to say. And then we'll start closing things down. We'll start with none other than Dragonfly Kisses.
Hello. So final words. Fire. Sorry.
It's like,
It was fun
So
doing
late.
trivia with y'all and being able to chill here and just have a relaxing time.
yeah, thank you.
No
for
drama.
Always welcome. Always. Doors open. Thank you for coming along and having some fun with us. Appreciate you. And of course,
Thank you for having me.
yeah. Thank you for your donation as well. Thank you for just being in the community.
Love this community.
Love having you. Let's see who's up next. We've got the funny happy bunny, Lisa.
Yeah. Again, always, it's a pleasure to hang out with you guys. Always fun to do the trivia. Guys, remember to like and subscribe to Zaiden and Gina, because she's, you can't have one without the other, And everybody have like a wonderful evening. And, I'm kind of sad because my crickets aren't chirping tonight. So,
Aw.
I know it's getting that time of year, but yeah, again, always thank you, and you take care of you take care of each other.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much, of course, for you being involved with the community as well. Thank you for coming along and having some fun with us. And last but not least, the wondrous of wonders, that is my wife, Gina. Any last closing things you would like to talk?
Just glad I was able to make it on here tonight. I missed you guys even during the week when you got to jump on. And I think it's beautiful. Like, we don't see everybody's face, but you get to know the names and stuff and just build that connection with everybody. So I'm still trying to learn everybody, but I just see how everybody's coming together, and it will flourish, and we can reach other people because everybody's dealing with something, and this just comforts people and seems to help and get away from the rush world. So we love you guys jumping on here and joining, and yeah, hit that like, subscribe, and share. And I can't be here tomorrow, but of course come back for my hubby, for Zaiden, and I'll try to sneak in if I can, but I'll be busy at the Brave conference. So I'll see you guys next time.
Awesome. Gina's got a big day tomorrow, starting at 6 a.m. I don't know how
Yeah,
you
I
do
gotta
it,
be
but-
there at 6.
Oh, be there at 6. So that means she's got to be up at like 4 if she even goes to sleep. So
Yeah, in a couple
wow.
Oh my goodness.
So.
That's 4 Eastern.
Make sure you get your memes,
Thank you guys for showing up. Real quick, I'll just end it with a zinger. Why not? So
Yes.
what's
Please.
what's the scariest tree out there right now? What's the scariest tree?
An
Scariest
elm tree? I don't know.
Bamboo.
Well, that's not really a tree, Zaiden. Goodness.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
true.
It's
In all fairness.
It's a reed.
Probably why it's so scary.
hey, hey. I'm making like a tree and leaving, but so I'm gonna leave you with one more. People are usually shocked when they find out. Apparently, I'm a bad electrician.
Oh.
That one was for you, Shock.
Shut up, Lisa.
There we go.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and switch gears. You guys have been amazing.
Excellent.
Here we go. Excellent. One more time for everybody. Thank you for your donations. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So you get the latest and greatest
Okay,
from
that was
the
an 80s
Gauche
video.
We'd like to also thank our wonderful guests that came in today. Thank you to wonderful Dragonfly Kisses, Lisa and Gina. With that said, everybody, thank you for tuning into the Gauche. Stay tuned, of course, later on for the lunch rush. For those that missed out, we'll be coming back in with some more. So stay tuned to the Gauche. With that said, everybody have a great night. We'll see you in about 12 hours. Peace out.